Hello children, today for class 6th we will start a new story, that is lesson 11, No Room for a Leopard, written by Ruskin Bond. This story is about how the author admires the nature. To admire means to look at something or someone with pleasure, something which makes us happy, and how the author encounters means to meet someone unexpectedly, how the author encounters various birds and animals, especially the leopard that lives in the valley below. Children, valley means a low area of land between two hills or mountains. So, let us start our lesson. I first saw the leopard when I was crossing the small stream at the bottom of the hill. The ravine was so deep that for most of the day it remained in shadow. This encouraged many birds and animals to emerge from cover during the hours of daylight. Few people ever passed that way. As a result, the ravine had become a little heaven for wildlife. Here, I means the author himself, the writer. He saw the leopard when he was crossing the small stream at the bottom of the hill. The writer describes the ravine first. Ravine is another word for valley. Ravine means valley. He says that the ravine is so deep that there is always shadow over there. That is, even in the daytime, many birds and animals come here as very few people, or you say humans, passes this way. So, as a result, this valley had become a little heaven for the wildlife living there. And just below the author's cottage, there was a forest of oak, maple, and Himalayan rhododendron trees. These are the names of different types of trees which are over there. There are also wild dog roses, and even a stream flows from there. Children, stream means a small narrow river. Moving ahead in our story, the author now describes the different animals there, like the barking deer, pine martens, a handsome red fox, etc. He also recognizes the footprints of a bear. As the author did not want anything from the jungle, the birds and animals were accustomed to his face. Accustomed means familiar through regular repetition. Once the author heard the langurs. Langurs are the leaf monkeys. They are having long tails. So they used to eat the tender green shoots of the oak tree. These langurs were chattering in the trees as if they were trying to warn the author, for some hidden danger. A shower of pebbles came noisily down from the hillside, and when the author looked up, it was an orange gold leopard. He was about 20 feet high and was poised on a rock, poised on a rock means he was perched completely still on the rock, sitting like a statue over there. The leopard first did not notice the author, but had sensed his presence. And when the leopard saw the author, the author gave himself courage and clapped his hands sharply, and the leopard sprang away, means moved suddenly and swiftly into the bushes without making any kind of noise. Silently he went away from there. The author had disturbed the animal for its search for food. But a little later he heard the cry of a barking deer as it was running away through the forest. Like the other members of the cat family, the leopards are also nearing to extinction in India. Very few leopards are there now. So the author was surprised to find it so close to Missouri. So children, this whole story is about or is from the forest area near the Missouri place. And due to deforestation, means due to cutting down of trees taking place in the surrounding hills, the deers came into this green valley. And this was only not once that the author saw the leopard. He even saw him again, and sometimes the author even felt like he was being followed by someone. And once, when he was late going home, he saw two bright eyes staring at him from the bushes. The author got scared at first, but then he realized that those were the fireflies. Children, fireflies are the jugnus, which blinks or eliminates light from him itself. And one day the author found the remains of the barking deer. The leopard had partially eaten his meal. Maybe he was disturbed while eating, as there were hunters in the forest. They were inquiring the author about the leopard. They had seen the carcass of the deer. Children, carcass means meat of the deer. And even leopard's footprints were found. So they kept on coming to the forest. The hunters, they kept on coming again and again to the forest with guns, and even they sometimes fired. So they were having the weapons with them. These made the birds and the langurs move away from that place. The author once climbed Paritibba, a bleak scrub-covered hill where no one lived. It was difficult to climb that hill as there was no path to the top, no road to the top. But somehow the author managed, and he found some shelters which were ruined. Ruined means destroyed. And they were covered with few piles of rubble. Rubble means broken stones. With some weeds, sorrel, dandelion and nettles. Children, sorrel and dandelions are types of flowers, while nettle are plants with jagged leaves covered with stringing hair. As there was silence all around, the author was becoming more aware as he could smell the strong feline odor of one of the cat family. means the author could smell something. Feline means pertaining to or say similar to. So he was getting some odor, some smell which was similar to the leopard. The author moved towards the cavern, that is, the cave, and as he was approaching, the smell was becoming stronger. The author stopped as he saw the leopard sitting and hiding in the dark. Leopard also saw him and recognized him as a man who walked alone in the forest without any weapon. So he knew that he will not harm him. But still, the author did not move towards him. It was his trust that the author wanted, the leopard's trust. But did the leopard, trusting one man, make the mistake of trusting others? Yes, children, because next morning the hunters had a long bamboo pole across their shoulders, and slung from the pole with the feet up and the head down was the lifeless body of the beautiful leopard. It had been shot in the neck and in the head. The author walked home through the silent forest. As the birds and animals knew that their trust had been violated. Violated means failed or say broke or break. At the end of the story, the writer makes us remind of the poem by D.H. Lawrence, which says, "There was room in the world for a mountain lion and me." Thank you.